It involved a writer being almost seduced by a teenage girl before coming to his wits and smartly rejecting her advances. Well, mostly. Only to have his entire existence wrecked by her psychotic tendencies regardless. It's a morally questionable yet entertaining 90s thriller that not only marks the debut of actress Alicia Silverstone, but may or may not have killed a blooming directorial career, not because of its sexual subject matter, less than desirable quality, or box office, but because of a lawsuit from the teenage girl's parents claiming the movie was based on the alleged exploits of their own daughter. This is the story of what the happened to the crush.
I tell you, if you were 10 years older,
you'd what?
At the dawn of the 90s, writer-director Alan Shapiro had been making a living working on various Disney TV movies like The Christmas Star and directed an episode of The Outsiders television show.
Wanted tonight for a long time.
The Outsiders.
Me too.
Desperate to crack into the mainstream with his first feature, his wife gave him the idea to write a script that revolved around an insane personal experience that he had once suffered. A decade prior, the writer had decided to take the Sylvester Stallone Rocky route and hole up somewhere private for a while to focus on his writing, somewhere a man could think.
Whenever you come in here and interrupt me, you're breaking my concentration. You're distracting me.
He rented a type of pool or guest house on the property of a rich family in LA and started writing what he hoped would be his breakout script. Allegedly, a young and especially smart girl who lived on the property named Adrian took a liking to him.
I just wanted you to like me.
When he refuted her forward attempts at a romantic relationship, she went stage 5 clinger.
Looking all over for you. I gotta get out of here pronto. I got a stage 5 clinger.
And ended up carving some dirty words into his car.
Did you scratch up Nick's car?
Why would I do that?
He understandably took this as a sign to get the hell away, and did so. But it made quite the story to tell at dinner parties, or perhaps turn into a feature film script. The Crush script ended up being the focus of a Hollywood bidding war in a time when erotic thrillers were king. Morgan Creek would beat out the likes of Walt Disney Pictures, weird, Universal, and Paramount for the rights to produce the newest erotic-ish thriller. One can only assume that the studio figured they may as well let the man direct the project himself, as no one was going to remember those moments better than he. And away we go. The success of this project entirely hinged on what actress would be chosen for Darian. It's one thing to automatically cast a big-name actress like Sharon Stone or Demi Moore for a sexy stalker flick.
I'm gonna marry you, Sam.
It's an entirely different situation when the character is supposed to be a 14-year-old girl.
Love you, Mommy.
Shapiro and crew auditioned many different actresses for the role, and he found the perfect one. However, producers wanted a bigger name to draw in the audience. Ultimately, the role of Darian was awarded to another unknown actress who would end up having to drop out of the film for reasons also unknown.
Just wish everyone was as understanding as you are.
When Fangoria magazine would later visit the set of The Crush, Shapiro beamed that they had fallen into luck and found the perfect girl. Her name was Alicia Silverstone, and he believed she was going to be a sensation.
Alicia, come say hello.
Silverstone was ecstatic after having no success getting feature roles, despite auditioning almost every day.
It ain't Fort Knox.
And what a role for the 15-year-old to start a career with.
You sure you're only 14?
Almost 15.
Her counterpart in the film, Nick Elliott, went to 30-year-old British actor Cary Elwes, who was enjoying one hell of a run in his career at the time. The actor was fresh in the middle of a hot streak that included roles in Days of Thunder, Hot Shots, Dracula, and of course, The Princess Bride.
You'll put down your rock and I'll put down my sword and try and kill each other like civilized people.
To take on the part of complete doofus who trips and falls into an inappropriate relationship with a 14-year-old girl at this point in his career was certainly a choice.
I swear I never laid a hand on her.
But there is scarce information on his thought process at the time, or anything else revolving around his role in the film to this day.
I mean, she's crazy! She's the one you ought to lock up!
We'll just have to assume it had something to do with the aforementioned boatload of cash those Michael Douglas, Sharon Stone films were making at the time.
Show me the money.
Either way, both actors were a force of entertainment throughout The Crush, and likely made up the film's metric buttload of plot holes and how could someone be that stupid character moments.
Freaking idiot.
Moments where maybe taking a clearly psychotic and hauntingly smart 14-year-old who is infatuated with you to a secluded romantic spot is a bad idea.
What?
We gotta go.
Not to mention letting her lick your fingers.
Please don't be afraid of me.
Most definitely not the way to properly solidify an appropriate platonic relationship with a minor.
I'll always be a friend no matter what. Okay?
Thankfully, the casting director was not making boneheaded decisions. Playing Nick's more appropriate love interest in the film, Amy, is Jennifer Rubin, who you'll remember as the beautiful and bad Taryn from A Nightmare on Elm Street 3: The Dream Warriors.
Let's get high.
Mr. Bitches Leave himself, Kurtwood Smith, steps further from his role as RoboCop's Clarence J. Boddicker
I don't have time for this bull.
and closer to his role as suburban protector Red Foreman in That 70s Show.
X is gonna equal me kicking your ass.
Here he's portraying Adrian's private's pruning father, Cliff Forrester.
Some freaking kid will be standing there with his hard on sticking out his pants.
The ultra 90s, easy on the eyes look of The Crush can be accredited to late Beverly Hills Cop and Psycho 3 cinematographer Bruce Surtees. The music would be handled by a man who composed everything from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to The Crow, and From Dusk Till Dawn. In Graham Revell, the filming schedule kicked off in Vancouver, Canada, where the Forresters' home was created by re-landscaping and renovating a living, breathing family home in the Shaughnessy neighborhood. They then recreated the inside of the guest house in a studio soundstage for additional filming. Alicia Silverstone has nothing but kind things to say to this day about her experience working with Cary Elwes on the set.
I thought Cary Elwes was my boyfriend for sure because he kissed me.
She says the actor was a respectful and helpful friend to her and nothing but professional throughout the albeit awkward process.
I really like you too.
No, I mean, as a friend.
While The Crush is pure 90s sleaze entertainment that features Dr. Lawrence Gordon Superman punching a 14-year-old girl all jacked up on Mountain Dew off the creepy attic carousel her dad built for her,
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
this entire premise is obviously morally questionable at best. While they never take it to the places that they hint at, the whole, oh, let me just flirt with and kiss this teenager for a second before I push her away, is not the stance of the morally sound.
Nick.
This film would never be made today, and yet nobody batted an eye in the 90s. But that doesn't mean it was without its controversy, even then.
Ever do a virgin?
What?
Yeah, you want to.
Shapiro's wife may have been a genius to recommend he write about his own experiences. What someone should have informed him of, however, was that maybe you shouldn't use the teenager's real name in the script. In Shapiro's defense, the girl's name was Darian,
I was supposed to be Darian.
which is way closer to Damien from The Omen. Which is pretty rad for a movie about a possibly murderous stalker psycho girl.
Missed you at the show. Did something come up?
Go on, get out of here.
Cue Gale Weathers.
Do you know what that could do for my book sales?
It turns out that the girl's parents found out about the film and sued both Shapiro and the production studios for libel, arguing that the movie made their daughter look homicidal. They settled the case out of court for unknown monies and demanded that they remove the name Darian in all future forms of the movie, which is why in all current copies of the film, the name Darian has been dubbed out and switched with Adrian. To which I just have to say, oh, I feel terrible for the guy who had to edit all that. Pre-lawsuit and voice dubbing, The Crush finally saw release on April 2nd of 1993.
Did you like it?
The film held its own, making $5 million of its $6 million budget back on its opening weekend.
My parents run another guest house. Some guy.
It would end up doubling said budget with a $13 million haul when all was said and done. Not bad for a random 90s flick with a weird premise and a debut actress.
I'm gonna be the youngest in my class to go to nationals.
But when it comes to erotic thrillers in the early 90s, it does not come close to what could have been. For blouse-ripping reference, Basic Instinct pulled in over $350 million just 1 year prior. Fatal Attraction raked in $320 million in horny currency, and Sliver, featuring William Baldwin and Sharon Stone having sexy time together, drew in over $100 million. By these standards, The Crush just didn't live up to expectations. Was it because those previous films mentioned featured household names and promised steamier sex scenes? After all, for all its dirty thoughts, The Crush featured a grand total of none. But if you thought this won them some moral brownie points with the critics, you'd be wrong.
I got you something.
Oh yeah?
Stephen Holden of the New York Times called it an overheated, trashy fantasy that teased the audience with pedophilic implications while pretending to condemn them.
Was sneaking in to watch me undress a mistake too?
Even members that unoffended would write The Crush off as a watered-down version of better films that came before, such as Lolita.
You think I don't care about you?
Well, you haven't kissed me yet, have you?
At best, the flick was praised for its entertainment value alongside the charisma of Alicia Silverstone,
Cheyenne took a little spill at writing today.
which is a bit more in line with where the average viewer landed, finding it at least slightly more entertaining in a pulpy sort of way. All moral conflicts aside, it's the kind of movie that sort of gets an unfair shake critically because its weaknesses are on full display, yet it remains fully entertaining throughout.
That's it. I want you to stay the f*** away from me.
You can't necessarily call The Crush good with a straight face, but you can say you had a good time watching it.
Not bad, not bad.
That is likely what led Alicia Silverstone winning Breakthrough Performance and Best Villain at the MTV Movie Awards that year.
The second time is not as hard as the first.
She would go on to become the queen of MTV of sorts, with multiple performances in popular Aerosmith music videos, and her full-on breakout role in Clueless just 2 years later in '95.
The hell is that?
A dress.
Says who?
Calvin Klein.
Meanwhile, for Alan Shapiro, he would write and direct just one more film, 1996's dolphin flick Flipper. Though it's pure speculation, one has to wonder if Hollywood studios held a grudge against him for getting them in hot legal water over the whole Darian situation.
You guys all read the script, right?
I don't read a script. Script reads me.
For the rest of us, we can enjoy The Crush as a time capsule of a better time in movies, if not always quality-wise, then at least entertainment-wise, when they would make sometimes dumb and fun thrillers untethered to any IP for nothing more than the love of the game and money. Lots of dirty, sexy money. And that is what the f happened to The Crush.
I mean, let's face it, you're 14, I'm 28. That's a big difference.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. JoBlo was created by movie fans for movie fans, and we appreciate your support.